This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let me start. Okay, now I think most of you have joined already, and if others are joining, then they can join later. Okay, so I was telling, okay, so in this website, if you go, so you can have all the instructions written for VS Code installation. So that is a prerequisite. So here, in the VS Code, you will be writing all the code. Okay, and if you go back and here you will see that how to install the Python also. Okay, so here step-by-step guide is written for Python installation also. So these two things I expected you guys have already installed in your system, and on top of that, I will just tell you like how to develop the web platform. Okay, so this you can, if you have not done, then you can just like understand how it is being done, and then you can do it later also after the session. Okay, that's fine. And so this is about the Python installation and VS Code installation, and then what we are going to develop today. Okay, so let's see that part also. So I have created a demo website. Okay, so this, I hope screen is visible, right? So like this is a navbar. Okay, so any website has some navigation bar at the top, right? So like branding for their website, or if you want to create any startup or anything, right? So you need to have a website for that, right or wrong? So that's where we have this like branding here, and then some navigation links here, and of course you can have some drop down link as well. You can have contact page, right? And again you can go back from here, and then we have if you are providing some services, for example. Okay, so here suppose mock interview, so this is dummy text. Okay, so you can write anything. Suppose you want to provide a mock interviews, you have ML demos with you, you want to provide trainings and all. Okay, so these three services suppose you provide. Okay, so you can write here as a services, and then if you want to schedule, so now you have made this page, and now candidate is coming to schedule the mock interview, then these buttons should be clickable. Okay, so if you click them, then candidate should be able to enter his information and like his technical background. And suppose he, like what I do, I provide a mock interview, right? So I expect candidate to give their job description, and on that job description I guide them to prepare what kind of mock interviews they need to prepare, right? So here like they can paste their job description and then submit. Once they submit, so it will come to that if this is my site, so of course this will come to me, but in general, so whoever has made this site, it will go to them. Okay, so this is one part. Another, like you have some ML demos, for example, as a second service, then what you can do, you can come from there and you can list here the list of ML models. Okay, and then show the demo. So this also will look how to build this one. And then of course if you have some training, then you can provide, like you can give info on them. Okay, so these are the different modules basically. Okay, so like how to create this expandable and collapsible boxes, panels, right? And from here of course you can navigate to get in touch again, right? So we will see all these things how to develop. So this is the agenda of today's session. Okay, so I hope you like this. Okay, so after this session you will be able to design this whole thing by your own. Okay, and you see here at the bottom, so we have something called footer as well. Okay, so this is something we're gonna design. Okay, so now let's start with how to do it step by step. Fine. Okay, so before I start, guys, one more thing. So I upload all my videos and everything here in my YouTube channel. Okay, so if you like, then please subscribe to them. Okay, so here you'll get like all interview preparation sort of things. Okay, like machine learning interview question, and of course the webinar sessions and all other, basically all details with respect to machine learning. Okay, so this you can anyway like subscribe. So let me start with this now. Okay, so I'm opening the VS Code. Okay, so from search box in Windows, you can open this IDE. Okay, so now how to use this IDE, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so now you open this VS Code, and now you go to File Explorer. Okay, and from here select a folder. Okay, then it will pop one window, from where you can select the folder. Okay, so like here I have created an empty folder. Okay, so there is nothing inside this live web design. Okay, I'm selecting this folder. Okay, and now you see here it came here, but there is nothing as of now. Right or wrong? There is nothing. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you like what should be the structure of a Python Flask application, and what are the different file format, and how to execute. Okay, so let's see. So you see a live web design folder here, right? Can anybody confirm me? And my cursor is visible easily, right?
Yes, Ashutosh.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Okay, so then see, so there is a specific file format for Flask-based application. Of course, every platform has their own specific file format. Okay, so that's where Flask also has their own. Okay, so now we have this empty folder. So let me create some folders. So this plus first one plus icon will tell you that to create a file, and second one will tell you to create a folder. Okay, so let me create some folders. Okay, so I will create so one folder I will create like templates. So TEMPL, okay, templates. Okay, so all your HTML files will go here. Okay, then next, sorry, we need to create a folder. Okay, next I will create a folder like static. So all static files like your CSS, your JavaScript related files, okay, all those will go here. Okay, and then we need one main application file, that is a Python file. Okay, so that I will create outside like folder label. Okay, I'm gonna create one app.py. Okay, so this app.py, so this will be executable. So I will write all Python related code here. Fine. So now inside template there is nothing. Okay, so I will create one basic home.html page inside template. Okay, I'm creating home.html. Fine, so this is the home.html, and till now we don't have anything in under static, or in nothing is there in app.py. So as we go ahead we'll create. So now because we are going to use the Flask, so it provides you like a web-based framework. Okay, so and it internally has one web server. Okay, so which helps you to like make application to communicate with servers. Okay, so guys, in today's session we have only 1.5 hour, 2 hour. Okay, so I'm not going too much in theoretical part. Okay, so that you can open any website and go through. I will go give you live demo practical. Okay, so how to start. Okay, so that's where my focus is. So of course we're gonna use Flask. Okay, so how to we need to import the Flask in this file. Okay, but before that, like Flask should be installed right in your system, right? So I'm assuming it is not installed. So how you install that Flask and all the dependencies basically? Okay, so for that you go to terminal in top menu, right? We have file, edit, selection, all these things. So go to terminal and open new terminal. Okay, so I'm inside this directory. Okay, live web design. Okay, fine. So I told, okay, so before installing anything, it's the best practice to create a virtual environment, so that all your whatever libraries or any packages you are installing, it should get installed inside that virtual environment. Otherwise, if you don't create a virtual environment, so what will happen? It will install all the dependencies in your system level. Okay, so next time if you are doing any other application, you are implementing any other application, and there you need different version of that one, then it will start conflicting. Okay, so it's the best practice to create a virtual environment, then install all the dependency inside that. And same best practice we follow inside our machine learning model development also. Okay, so how to create a virtual environment? So inside same folder here, live web design, I am gonna create a virtual environment. Okay, so how you create? Python -m venv and then virtual environment name. Okay, so what name should give? Okay, so live web demo. Okay, let me give this name and hit enter. It will create a live web demo folder. Okay, so it's executing. It may take some 30 seconds, so let's wait. It's executing. Basically it will take some time. Okay, so let it do. Yeah, it done. Okay, so now if you see inside this you do ls, okay, so we have a live web demo folder created, and we have already created static and templates and app.py, right? So that's for you see here also left side. Okay, so this is your if you expand this, so this is your folder, okay, structure here you will see. Okay, and this is the typical structure of your Flask based application. So now, as you know, we have created the live web demo. Okay, so we need to activate this environment first. How you will activate? You just do live web demo. Okay, and then go type script and then type activate. Okay, and then hit enter. It will activate. Now you see here. So here it is a live web demo is written, right? So it means you are inside this virtual environment. Okay, now you can install all the dependencies. It will get installed here. So I'm going to install pip install. Okay, so before that, let me show what is there inside live web demo. So if you expand this one, okay, so we have like include folder, library folder. Inside this library, okay, so these are the default like pip commands. So default installed things are there. Okay, and then here we have some basic executables. Okay, so if I'm gonna install Flask, so it will come in here somewhere. Okay, so let inside site packages. Okay, so all packages will reside here. So let me install Flask. So pip install Flask. Okay, so using pip command you can install the Flask. Hit enter, it will install the Flask. So now see, it is installing. Right, if it is already installed, then of course it will say okay, requirement already satisfied. But because I have created a fresh environment, then it will install the Flask for me. Okay, now you see here, so many more things got installed along with Flask. So all the dependencies needed for Flask it will install. Okay, so like it has installed Jinja. So Jinja is a template engine. Okay, template engine which we will be using inside HTML. Okay, so to render the dynamic HTML block. So we'll see that also. Okay, and then you see here Flask is also installed. So we will be using Flask 2.0 version. That is the latest. Okay, recently 1 week duration got released, I guess. Okay, so we will be using, and this is a work geo. So this is a web server. Okay, so this helps you to communicate between the servers. Basically, it helps you, it helps your application to communicate. Okay, over HTTP. So now we have a Flask installed. Okay, so now what we are gonna do inside app.py will import the Flask. Okay, so from Flask import, so we'll be importing the Flask. Import Flask, yes, and then we'll be importing request so that we can send the HTTP request to our server. Okay, and then we'll be having something called render template. Okay, so render template, it will dynamically render your HTML template inside your Jinja. Okay, so we'll see that also. Okay, and in case you wanna use the JSON structure, then you can use JSONify, you can import. Okay, but we are not gonna use JSONify or many other libraries. Okay, so you can import based on the need. Okay, but for our requirement, we will be basically needing Flask, then request, and then render template. Okay, so we have imported this one. So now we need to create a object. We need to instantiate the Flask. Okay, so for that we need to create app is equal to Flask, and inside that underscore name. Okay, and you can hit enter. Okay, so it will instantiate the Flask application. Okay, and then we need to write something, right? When to execute this, when to call if names. So these are some like default commands, default lines. Okay, so these you need to include. Okay, is equal to if like main underscore. Okay, then you need to run this app.run. Okay, and we'll make debug is equal to 2 so that you can run in debug mode. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is the basic structure of app.py file. Okay, this you have to have. Okay, on top of that, whatever like functionality you want to have, that you can include. Okay, so suppose let me collapse this lab demo. So all the environment library will reside here, okay? And this app.py. So suppose this is a home.html, okay? And here I'm printing some string, welcome to my live demo of web design. Okay, some string is there, okay? I'm saving this inside HTML, okay? And now if I go to app.py and we want to create a route for this, okay, so that this page can be displayed in the browser, okay? So for that, how you can create the route? You can write, we have instantiated the app, right? So using app.route, okay? And we need to give some like route name. So by default we are giving this slash. So slash means like default request will land to this method, okay, this route basically. And then we need to define the method types. So we define here, like it could be a get request, it could be post request, okay? So these are basic like get post we study, okay? And then inside that we need to define the method, okay? So like this is a default index method, or you can write home method, okay? And then here we'll return a render template. So here inside render template we'll pass this home.html, okay? So now we created a route. So these are also known as API, okay, endpoints. So we'll see that with respect to machine learning also, okay, once we build the basic application, okay. And then we have written the definition, defined the method, okay, what we are supposed to do inside that one. You can do a lot of calculation here, okay, but we are not going to do any calculation. I will show in a moment, okay, next method, but we are starting with very basic, okay? So here I'm just returning empty home.html. So whatever will be there inside home.html by default, that will be printed in your browser, okay? Now let's do control S, it will be saved, okay? And now how to execute this one, okay? So to execute, again come back to your terminal and type Python and app.py. So whatever file, whatever the py file, that Python file you want to execute, okay, you give with Python space file name .py, okay, app.py, and then hit enter. It will execute that one, okay? Now you see your server has started and in local 127.0.1, okay, here, and this 5000 is the by default port for the Flask one, okay? And if you go this one here, so here it will just a minute, just give me a minute. So okay, yeah. So now if you go to this URL, so let's copy this URL and paste inside the your here, okay? So this is the first one. I'm creating a new tab, okay, and here I'm just typing, okay? So see here, so welcome to my live demo of web design, correct? So this got printed in the browser, correct or wrong? So anything you write inside your HTML, it will get printed. And suppose I'm changing, okay, so how is it going on, okay, anything you write, okay, control it, okay? So it, whatever you have here, and if I just do the refresh, okay, a refresh to that one, see here, see it got printed here. But see here, there is no styling at all, right? We don't have a much styling and all. So normal strings is getting printed. So how to enable the styling, okay, how to define different section inside that body, right? So all this is important. So that's what we do with the help of uh, Bootstrap, okay? So let's see some more thing, okay? So that's where if we include our CSS, that is cascading style sheet, okay? So with that, we can do the styling. But till now, we have created a simple app.py, we have created a default home.html, and that we have rendered. So rendered means it will just go line by line on this HTML, and it will print whatever is there inside this in the browser, basically. Okay, so like this thing. Okay, now till now, so this is also the complete application. We have one HTML page, we have one py file, and they are communicating with each other. Correct or not? Right? Now suppose next thing, like we want to pass some string, some data from server side. Okay, so like maybe author name. Okay, author name is equal to suppose Asutosh. Okay, and this string we want to pass. So what we can do, we can do like this equal to this. Okay, so left side, okay, we need to provide the comma. So left side, it's not like these both names would be same. So this is the variable we are passing, and here you can even write user. Okay, so this, what is there inside author name, it will be saved in user, and this variable you can access in your home.html. How you can access? So see, this is not a normal HTML. This is a your Jinja template. Okay, this is named as Jinja template. So how you can access with these two curly bracket and with percentage sign. Okay, sorry, like this. Okay, this. Okay, and here your user. So whatever you are passing from that server side, so this is known as server side here. Okay, whatever author name you are passing, it will saved in user, and that you can access here like this with double curly bracket. Okay, so like suppose I'm writing my name is, okay, and this user, and let's save this and refresh that page. Okay, so here it should come. See, my name is Ashutosh Tripathi. It is coming, right? So anything you can pass from your server. So we are passing the my name as a variable, right? So this makes the cycle complete. We are sending something from server, and it is printing in the browser. Yeah. Okay. So it is we are sending something and it is printing the browser. So now, so this completes our cycle. The next thing we want to give some styling. Okay. So how to give the styling? So for that, what we need to have, Bootstrap, some styling CSS. Okay. So what we can do, we can go here. Okay, and go to Bootstrap. Okay, so I have downloaded, but I am just showing you how you will get it. Okay, so you need to know from where in Google we get all these resources. Okay, so you just type Bootstrap 4 and you go inside like introduction to Bootstrap, getting started. Okay, and here you will see the CSS and JS. Okay, so these things we need. Okay, so let me import this. Okay, so in my HTML I will just place this so that it will give you some styling, nice styling basically. Okay, and we need these scripts basically to have all the functionality of Bootstrap. Okay, so let me have this also. Okay, so I have included this. Okay, so now with that, what I can do, I can have some, we can prepare some nice panels, some nice card. Okay, how you can do? So like you can, so div is nothing but division. So whole browser body you can divide in different sections, chunks. Okay, so for that we use div. So div, and you do class is equal to like card, because I have worked here, so I remember the classes. But what you can do, you can again go to Google Bootstrap. Okay, and here suppose you want to have some cards. Okay, so what you can write, Bootstrap for card. Okay, and come here, and then it will go to components, Bootstrap. So see here inside component we have cards, this one, right? And then these are the card. So suppose like this. Okay, we want to have something be more meaningful. uh, okay, like this. Okay, header and footer kind of thing. Okay, so you can simply copy this code. Okay, that same thing I wanted to write. Okay, but you can copy from here as well. Okay, and like this you paste it here. Okay, and I'm removing this thing. So guys, it is very simple. Okay, there is no rocket science here, but you need to know, okay, from where to use what all things. Okay, in a half an hour or 1 hour you can design a very beautiful web design, whatever I have shown. Okay, so ditto I'm going to design here. But first let me introduce you some of the basic components. Okay, so like see, these things. And now if I execute my page again, So if I refresh it, okay, so now see here. So we have some header, okay, and we have some content on body section, and we have some button. See, a nice look and feel UI came, right? In like within like 10 seconds itself, right? So yeah. So now if you remove all these things, so this styling is coming from here. If you remove this thing, right, then this styling won't come. Let me show you. Okay, if I now refresh, it will be some weird, like see, basic HTML it will give you. Okay, see the difference, right? But we have included the Bootstrap, so there like all styling, CSS, everything is defined. So what card do, so that is defined in that one. Okay, so that's where I do it, Control Z, so it will again come back, right? And see, you can do the refresh. We got it here, and you can apply some event here. Okay, so I will show you everything step by step. Okay, and now suppose you want to have one nice table here, so we can also create a table and give some class as table, table. Okay, and this, okay, so inside that we can place the table. And what table has, it has rows, and inside that rows we have so sorry, so table has head, right? Head section. So that is what we have, t head. Okay, inside t head, let's create one row which will contain the header. So header means th. Okay, so let's create a 4 different headers. Okay, okay, so suppose you want to have a tabular like structure for your ml data. Okay, where user will input. Suppose it has id, it has emp name, that is employee name. Okay, it has employee age, okay, and his experience level. Okay, some data we have. So like we have created 4 different headers. Okay, so it will go inside head. So I need to delete this thing. Okay, and then after head section we will have a body section, right or wrong? So let me create a body section, like t body. Okay, and inside the t body, let me have some rows. Inside row, now we'll have the column. So column is nothing but td. Okay, so td is denoted for column and th is denoted for head. So like 4 heads, so 4 columns should be there. Like for each head, so we'll have 4 different columns, right? And then suppose this is the first id, and then name is Ashutosh, for example. Okay, and then we age, some age maybe 30. Okay, and then experience maybe 9 years. Okay, it's like this. And then we want to have some more rows. Okay, so I'm just copy pasting. Okay, so that I don't need to write again. So as many as you can copy paste. Okay, and then let's see how table is created in the browser. Okay, so let's see. Now I will refresh. If I'm refreshing, see, we got a table, but this is a basic table, right? We don't have any nice look and feel kind of experience. So let's add some styling on top of the table. Okay, so what you can do, you can add some classes. So like we have table hover. Okay, so table hover feature will be there. Okay, and table, suppose we want to have the border, so like we can give table bordered. Okay, and if you want to, so, okay, so first see these 2 things. Okay, now if I just refresh it, so now you see, so now a hovering effect came, right? Nice effect. So hovering, so I'm just hovering with the mouse, so see it is giving. Okay, and we had the border also. Before it was not there, like border came. Okay, so this horizontal border was there, but vertical was not there. Okay, so this also came. Suppose we want to have stripes, so it's table stripe. Okay, so now what will be there, see the difference. So now it's looking like this. Okay, it's looking like this, right? But now if I refresh it, so see here, so striped came, right? Alternate coloring. So like this you can have a lot more styling on the tables, right? And of course you can have different data. So likewise you can have different component within your page, and your website will be designed over. Okay, within a half an hour you can design a very basic nice looking website. Okay, now I have introduced some basic card. Okay, that is this one, and I have introduced you basic table, right? And now let me create a footer here, right? So how you can create the footer basically, right? So for that, what you need to do, you need to we will again create a card here. So let me collapse the tables. So see here, so this we have some upper portion and then we have some table in the body, and now we need to create a footer. Okay, again we'll create a so these different blocks are known as the different sections within your body, browser body. Okay, so again I'm creating a card. Okay, we have card. Okay, and then we'll have what we'll have, we need to have a footer, right? Okay, so div class is equal to footer. Okay, and then you can give fixed footer, fixed bottom. Okay, like this, and you can write something hello. Okay, like this. So let me remove this one and let's see what is happening. Okay, and let me run. Okay, so I have given some of the classes, I have not given all. Okay, so let's see step by step what happens here. Okay, and then I will show you in Bootstrap like from where you get this, because I know there is a footer class, there is a fixed bottom class. Okay, but you don't know, right? As a beginner you don't know, so how you will get to know what exists basically? Okay, so for that I will just go through the Bootstrap components. Okay, what are components are available there? Okay, so first let me just run it and see what comes. Okay, so like see here, so this hello you see at the bottom, so this hello is stick to bottom, right, without any styling, right or wrong? So let me give you some styling on top of that, like I deleted that one, right, card. So if you just have this and then uh, card header, so this you will provide you like a gray color is thing. Okay, so now let me run it again. So see here, so we got this properly aligned and this little light shade of gray is coming right in the bottom, right or wrong? So now we have a header and we have our body section, these two things, so one card and one table, and then we have our this footer section also as well, right? So this is a basic designing. And now I told I'll be showing something like this. Okay, so like nice look and feel in GUI. So we have nav bar, then we have body section, then we have footer, right? So let's now start building this one. Okay, step by step. Hmm, here. So for that, what we can do, we can go back here. Okay, so now one more thing you see here, everything we are writing inside our home.html doesn't matter, you can keep expanding it. Okay, but it's better to have like a component wise reusable structure, right or wrong? So if you have a component-wise reusable structure, it will be good. Like you can simply copy paste those component in different HTML files. So I'm gonna show you. Okay, no worries. So so let me design one layout. Okay, so okay, before designing the layout, let me show you the Bootstrap. Okay, what all things exist. So suppose so here I copied this. Okay, so it created this. Okay, so here we see like we have alert box. If you want to have one alert box, okay, like which color alert you want, okay, like this, okay, in your website. So the code is there. Okay, so normally primary class gives you like a light bluish shade. Okay, this you can use. Okay, and warning will give you like this reddish one. Okay, you can use any other one. Okay, and then like here we have buttons also. Okay, if you which kind of button you want to have, so like I use mostly this one. Okay, you can use any one. Okay, so for this like you can create a button like this. Okay, so anyone. Okay, suppose I'm just copying this code, it's very easy guys. Okay, you just copy paste here somewhere. Here I'm creating, okay, like this. So it will create me a nice button like this. Okay, so now let me again go back to this, and here see before button was not there, now button will come. Here it is coming. Okay, but it is coming like dark because we have used the dark one, is it? Okay, we have copied the dark one. Okay, but info one, where is the info one? Info one is this one. Okay, this teal, like slightly teal color. Okay, so we can copy this one and come here and again paste this one. Okay, and it will become there. If I refresh it again, so see this color came, right? So it's very easy, you can simply use those components from Bootstrap, right or wrong? Right, Now if I again go back, and then we have some other like forms. So you can, if you want to create a form in your website, like a login form, you can use this whole code, and you just need to apply some events on top of that, right? So like any kind of form you can, so all code is given, okay? You can resize it. So if you explore this Bootstrap basically, then you will have lot of components available for you, okay? And you can directly copy paste and you can start using that one, okay? And if you want to have a list group, so you can have like this listing like this, okay? So different components are available, so you can use this, okay? So yeah, and if you want to group the buttons basically, so you can also use button groups. It will group this button. Of course you can have individual functionality, but it will look like grouped. Okay, so that's what you can do. Now you see here, this go somewhere, this is looking like blue. So when you design your website, you follow some color coding, right? So let me, how we can make it blue, sorry, this info one. So let's go there, this go somewhere, right? You just need to do this thing. You just do this info, this class, okay? These all things is coming from this referenced thing, right? CSS and JS. Okay, so now let me do this again. So see, this color got changed, right? See, tuck, 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 everything can be done very easily. It's very easy, right? And a nice look and feel UI will be created. Okay, so this is about like a little bit about Bootstrap. You can go through with, on different components, and you'll get to know, okay, what all things exist. Okay, now let me start with layout creation, how to create the layout. Okay, so layout is nothing but so layout basically tells you, so if you have different pages within your website, right, different navigations, in each navigation some section will be common, like header will be common, bottom footer will be common, right? So what, like master page we say in different platforms, okay? So that we will create a separate layout page, and we'll use that layout in all the pages. Okay, so how we can do that one? So let me create that as well. Okay, so all these are HTML pages will create under template. So let me create a layout.template, layout.html, sorry. Okay, we created this one. Okay, and now we want to create a navbar. And how you create a navbar? You simply go to Bootstrap, and you see somewhere here, this is the navbar, right? You go here, okay, and you copy the code. So you want to have this navbar, okay, light one, okay? You copy this code from here, okay, and you paste this here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so what it will have, it will have a different navbar, like different navigation menu. Okay, and this, okay. So now let's design our home, this from the beginning. Okay, so these I showed you some like basic things how you can do. Okay, now let me take these things inside the layout, because these are the like frequently used one. Okay, like this. Okay, but in, so as I already said, layout will be the one which will be used everywhere. Okay, so you need to design this layout very carefully. Okay, so layout should have different sections, like one section will be head one, okay, where you will write all your CSS and everything. Okay, and then you will have the body section. Okay, so there you write the body, all the body related thing. Then you have the footer. So let's divide this layout in three sections, that is head one, and then body, and then footer. Okay, before writing this code. Okay, so let me do that one. So how you can do that one? Okay, so for that you can just start with, so let me delete whole thing, I will tell you freshly. Okay, so we should have HTML, right? So HTML will come. So if we have started the HTML, then we need to close the HTML as well, right? We have closed this one, right? And then inside this HTML, I told you, okay, there should be a head section. So we'll create a head. Okay, and inside that head we'll copy those CSS. So now let's, okay, Control Z. Okay, now I will copy all these things. I will paste it here. Fine. So I pasted it here. Okay, but we want to declare this as a head block. Okay, so that in so let me first tell you how to declare the blocks basically. Okay, so we can declare using this curly bracket and writing the double double percentage sign and block as head. Okay, and because we have started it, so we need to close it as well. Okay, so then we can close it like percentage end block. Okay, so what is the benefit of this, having this? If you don't have this, then also it will work. But suppose in one of the pages you want to replace this thing with some other thing, okay, then you can just declare this, and inside that you can have different this thing. So then you can easily have your new thing. So that's where we declare this. Okay, and now we have head section, and then we need to have the body section, right or wrong? Okay, so we'll create a body. Okay, so we got a body section, and inside that body we need to again create a section. So we are here talking something modular design, okay, which is easy to maintain. I would have like in home what I was doing, I was just writing all the HTML what block we want, okay, but now we are moving towards the modular design so that it is easy to maintain. We should know, okay, what each specific block is denoting. So we have head section, okay, head section has all the CSS and JS references. Then we'll have the body section. Inside body, let's make it like a class is equal to content. So body content will go here. Okay, fine. And then inside we'll have the header, so that will contain your nav bars, like navigation menus. Okay, so then again, so right, and this will contain your navigation menus, and then we'll have something called separate block as content. Okay, so we have header, and then we'll can have like percentage. Okay, what we can do, block is equal to content. Okay, so this is we are doing just because of modular design. You can ignore this also in the beginning, but it's good to have the modular design. It is very easy to maintain, and this is something which you learn from your experience, because when at least when I started, I was not writing all these things. I was simply writing like this everything. It will also look like same thing, but when a new developer comes, for him it will be easy to understand, okay, this block representing the content section, this block representing your header nav bars, and here you have all the references. Very easy to understand. Okay, so that's where it's good to have all those sections. Okay, and then we'll have something called footer as well. Okay, so like after section we'll have footer. Okay, and inside that footer, let's have okay, footer. Okay, so inside footer you can write anything inside paragraph. So P denotes the paragraphs. Okay, so normal HTML. Okay, so website design with Python Flask. Okay, so this is your footer telling to you. Okay, so now I have footer, and we have body section, and we have header section. Okay, let's save this. Fine, this becomes your layout, and now we need to have a navigation bar. Okay, so let's create one more like HTML for nav bar. So we'll give the name as header nav bar dot HTML, right? And whatever header navbar code we had there here, like, and now I will again copy this and will paste it. Okay, this one. Okay, simply, and this is your code. Okay, and now inside your layout you can include that one. Okay, so how you can include, like percentage include in double quote header navbar dot html. Okay, so basically whatever code is there in this whole thing, indirectly it is sitting here. Okay, but we want to make a code separability. Okay, that is very important concept. So we want to have our we don't want to look our layout very messy, right? So that's where we are separating each component from each other. Right or wrong? So we have created a separate navbar, and there we have written all navbar related code, and then we have a layout, and here we are just including it simply. Right or wrong? And now what we can do in this, okay, so I'm deleting this whole things. Okay, I will design this home.html freshly. Okay, so that's where what you need to do. You need to extend that layout here in this home. So this is the layout. Okay, and you want this should be available in all the pages. So that's where let's go to home.html and extend this one. How you can extend? Same code, just write extend, and you write layout dot html. Okay, layout dot html, and this will extend. Okay, so now in this space you will have all those things, and then we want to create something inside your. So now in home section, okay, we want to write something inside content. Okay, so we want to create this section there again. Okay, so we will write everything inside this one. Okay, and now what we want to write, basically, okay, so we want to create a card. Okay, and which should have like our main branding. Okay, so card body. So like you are developing website for your startup. Okay, so what you do, suppose you provide mock interviews. Okay, so like h4. Okay, and give the class as card title. So these are the classes available within Bootstrap. Okay, so because I work in daily basis, so I remember those class name. But as a beginner, you might not be knowing. So you can go. So what you want to have a title. This okay. Then you go to Google and search Bootstrap 4 and write card title, and then it will It will take you directly to there, and from there you can get the um, so let me show you, okay, how you can do the same thing. Okay, suppose I want to have a title. So you just type Bootstrap 4 and card title. Okay, yeah, and go here. So here you open this one. Okay, yeah, okay, and here you can search for title. Okay, so like you see here, title, text, and links are there. You click here. So here you will see card title. So class is there, right? So this you can directly use, right or wrong? So everything is available. So that same thing I'm using here. So card title and write title, right? Whatever is your idea. Okay, free mock interview platform, for example. Okay, and then you want to have something in you want to explain about it, you can write in paragraph. Okay, so what is schedule mock interviews with industry experts, right? So this you written, and then if you want to style it, you can give class is equal to card text. Okay, fine or not? Right, and then you want to have a button also as well. Okay, so you can write button. Okay, type is equal to button. Okay, and what you can do, you want to schedule, you want to have a schedule button, you write schedule, schedule, right? And I have not given any other styling. Well, let's see, okay, what is happening here. Okay, and let me run the application again. Okay, so this whole thing will go, okay, because we have deleted, a new thing will come. Let me refresh it. Okay. So what is happening? There is some syntax problem. Okay, and let's see what is this syntax is. Okay, so it is telling expected token name got something. So some weird thing came. Okay, so let me just have a look here. Okay, so what could be the problem? Like layout.html, it's fine, and then block, and then end block is as well is there. Okay, then okay, so here everything seems fine. So there should be some problem with layout.html because that code also sits here. Okay, so let me see here what is the problem. Okay, so this is end block and HTML. Head we are starting. Okay, so this okay, end block, head block, head. Okay, and of course we need some meta definitions here. Okay, this we need to be there. Okay, and after that we have head, and then we have body section. So this seems fine. Let's see. Okay, just a minute. What it is telling? Okay, okay. So we have written, so it is denoting, okay, block is equal to content. So is equal to should not be there basically. Okay. So let me see. Okay, this is the mistake, right? So this equal to should not be there. Block is equal to is not required. Okay. Now let me run it again. Okay, refresh it. Okay, there's okay. So it is not refreshed. Do it Control F5. It's taking from cache. Okay, so it is still not uh, refreshed. Okay. So what we can do, we can stop it and run it again, because sometimes what happens, it takes from the cache copy. Okay, or if I have somewhere else as well that is equal to, yeah, here as well I had equal to. Okay, so this you need to take care. Okay, and now if I go back again and I do refresh, yeah, it worked, right? So with that was a typo mistake, right? So equal to was not required. Okay, so now you see here, so this is your the main idea, and you have explained that one as well. Okay, and then we have a button, correct? And this is the footer, and this is coming here. So we'll see how we can take it to bottom. Okay, and this is your navigation, right? So we simply took this whole component from the Bootstrap, right or wrong? And now we'll see how to give it more styling. So what you can do, so here you can give the classes. So class will help you to make it something aesthetic, where it's nice looking, button and hyphen info. Okay, and yeah, so this will help you to make yeah, make it like this schedule. Okay, it make this button look like. Okay, and then what else we can do to make it like, okay, so like the, okay, so this is coming here. So what we can do to take it bottom? Okay, so as we have already seen, we can give like foot fixed footer, right? Fixed bottom class. Okay, so this is the class which will take it to like bottom. Okay, and then we can give one more class like card header. Okay, so this we can do. So it came down, right? It become to the bottom, right? And if you want to make it center, so what you can do, you can have like center, like text center. You can apply class text center. Okay, so it will make it to center. See, it came to center, right? So this is how you can do. And now we have this navigation bar, and then we have a little bit about our body section, and then like branding section, and then here main body section will come. Okay, so let's do some styling here. So what you can do? Okay, so now let me explain you layout. Okay, so this becomes your head section, right? And then we have a body, right or wrong? Inside body everything will come. So this header navbar is also coming inside body with header. Okay, all the navbar thing sits here. So what is the navbar code here? So inside this navbar we have like navbar. So here you can write your maybe I'm writing mine one. So data science dunya. Okay, your I mean website name basically. And what is the URL? You can give a URL here. So I'm giving you the default page, or if any other page you can write it. Okay, and then here the last one I can give like contact us I'm giving. Okay, and here I can give like slash contact. So this page I will design in a moment, so it will directly take us to contact. Okay, and this is the drop down here. So this This is the drop down. So here what you can write, maybe ML trainings, if you provide ML trainings, okay. And then what are the trainings? Maybe like uh, Python for data science, okay. And then you can write uh, in-depth machine learning module, okay. And then what else you can have, like statistics as well, okay. Suppose you can write as many as you want, okay, anything, statistics, and like home, and then what links, like mock interview, okay, anything, what, okay. And then that's it, okay. And here we have busy light, okay. Instead of that, we can define busy info, okay. So info like color it will come. So let me refresh this, see, right. See how easily we can do the change. So like we have Data Science Dunia, our website name, and we have home, then we have mock interviews, and then we have ML training, and inside that there are these different trainings are there, right? And then contact us. See, it is giving not found because contact page doesn't exist, which we will design in a moment. Okay. So at least we have this basic thing available, okay. And see here, this is not looking okay because this button, search button color is overlapping with the same color, okay. So you can give a different color to the search one, okay. So instead of success, what you can do, you can give a primary, okay. And instead of outline, you can just remove, so it will look like bluish, okay. So let me refresh, so it came, right. So this came here. Of course, what color you want in your website, that you can define, okay. So some basic coloring is there, like in button, like so default coloring is there. So I use normally info. You can use any other one, okay. Like primary will look like this one. Even if you want to have your own color, okay, then you can give like using style. Style is equal to color, okay. Color, what you want to give, maybe like this one, okay. And it will undo some coloring change. See, search was before, it was written like white, and now it become this color, okay. So based on need, what color coding you want to follow, right or wrong, so that you can give here, and that's how it will get changed. So that is the specific requirement. You can do any color change, okay. One more thing, let me show you, okay, how to inspect, okay. So you just do right click here and go inspect. It will show you all the code for that one, okay, inside element, okay. And now you see here bg info, this is right. And suppose instead, so bg info, you see here background color is this one, right. Instead of this color, you want to have some maybe different color. Of course it is weird, but we want to take red one, suppose, okay. We took red one. You want to have this one, you want to have this one, any color you want to have, right. You can have that one, okay. And you can just copy this color here, and instead of that one, what you can do, so busy info, you remove it from here, okay. And you just do style is equal to, and background color, right. And you paste whatever you took it from there, and you remove important because you are anyway writing in line css, okay. And do refresh. So it will do F5. See, it got changed, right. Now you have this color, right or wrong. Even if you want to change this color, you can change from here as well, okay. Okay, it came here, and then you want to have this color maybe, okay. It got, okay, so yeah, this color, okay. So now it changed. You save it, go back and refresh it. It took that color, right. So you can define your own color also as well, but Bootstrap give you some default colors basically, okay. So nice looking, so you can take from here, or you can define your own color, anything is fine, okay. So now let's this is the color, okay. Or let's go back to our own color, so that ultimately it look good, okay. I'm just doing Control Z, okay. Busy info, okay. So this, and then we have like this data science only, I want to make it look like white style, okay. So color is equal to white, And this we want to have everywhere. Okay, so like this, and for home as well I want to look like white, and then ML training as well I want to look like it white, and then for everything, okay, you can copy everywhere. Okay, so even contact us as well. Okay, so this I copied, and now let's see, go back and then see how it looking like. See, it is looking like this. I think in mock interview I forgot to copy. So where is mock interview? Here. Okay, you just give, okay, and come back. See, right? It becomes, so here also I given white, so that's where it overlapped. So let me remove this, that. Okay, so this is not required here from the drop down. Okay, so yeah, let me check it again. Yeah, fine, correct, right? So this is that. So at least we have now our header navigation bar is ready. Our branding page, or like branding section is ready. Now next thing, like we want to have some services which we provide basically, so that we want to keep in our page. So like if you see here, so these things, right? So how these things will come? And of course, in my case, I have kept it in center, so you can easily make it into center. How, what you can do? You can have this inside. So where is our layout? So this one, right? So what you can do, you can have everything inside and diff class is equal to text center. Okay, and you just remove it from here and paste it. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, I was there. It is not working. Okay, why it is not working? Because that scope is not up to there. Okay, so for that, what you need to do, you need to create a like card which contains the whole body section. So for what you can do, you can remove it from here. Okay, and go back to your layout page and have this inside your content. What you can have, you can have basically the card, and inside that card you give the text center, and then inside that text center you write everything. Okay, so that's what you can do basically. So let me show you how you can do. Okay, okay, it's just like your classes should be in right place, so that is important, right? So that's how it should be. Yeah, it went right. So we just need to put everything inside card and then make it like center. Okay, so Vithal is asking, please can you share the code link for first webinar, that is home price prediction? Yeah, that is in my YouTube. Okay, but code link, that is I have already shared the link in description, so you can get the link from there. Okay, so if you don't find, then just will tell you. Okay, yeah. So now this it become in center. Okay, so up to here it is fine. Now the next thing is like what we want to have, like this our services section. So suppose you have some startup and you want to create some service section for that one. Okay, so how you can do that one? Fine. So we'll create one service .html page. So let me create another HTML page like services. So services .html. Okay, it becomes, so under services, what we want to have, different services. So let's again go to Bootstrap. Okay, so I will have different cards. So let's go to card section, and scroll down. So we want to have like 3 columns, right? And so let's go there and you will find something similar what you want. Okay, so go further down. Okay, so like if you want to have something like this, you can have like this also. All the code is given. Okay, but what I am interested to have something. Okay, let me go down, further down. Okay, so like this. Okay, but here if you use this one, then whatever, if you want to create a button here, so see this not in sync, right? Somewhere it is in the little above and this is above bottom. So what you can do, you can have something like this fixed one. Okay, so I want to use something like this. Okay, but if you want to have some spacing in between, then there is a next one. Okay, like this. Okay, so I like this one, so I will have this one. You just copy the code from here. Guys, don't worry, this is normal HTML. Okay, so Bootstrap has given some nice classes. So once you design 1 or 2 pages, you will get familiar to each of the classes. Okay, you will start remembering them. Okay, but in the beginning, everything is with you, so you can utilize that one. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one. So inside services, I'm simply pasting this one. Okay, and what is our first service? Like mock interview. Okay, then second service, maybe I'm just writing dummy thing. Okay, like ML demos. Okay, then third one maybe ML trainings. Okay, some anything you can write. Okay, like this. And then here we want to have some images. If you want to like this, if you want to paste some images here, then what you can do, you need to have some images. Okay, so now our static thing. Okay, inside that static folder, you can create a one more folder like images. Okay, images, yes. Okay, and inside that you place some images. So I already have some images with me, so let me paste those inside that one. Okay, so those images we'll be using. Okay, so I pasted those images, so like banner, image one, a mock interview, all those things. Okay, so let me do, so like src you have, so you do slash static, go inside a static, like we need to give the path. Okay, and then mock interview, so let me give you mi image. Okay, like mock interview.png, and similarly we need to paste some images here. So go in the static images, and then this is for ml demos, then maybe like this one. Okay, so any meaningful image you can write. Okay, so static, then images, and then you can have another like a training image perhaps. Okay, so like this. So now let's see what got changed in our website. Okay, so so this is our old one which we want to build basically as a reference, and we are building this one. Okay, let me refresh this. Okay, it is nothing is coming, so maybe we have not saved, or let me see what happens. Okay, so services, but see, this is our home page, right? In our homepage we have only layout, then we have only this much. We have not included service page yet, right or wrong? Right, so we need to include our service page as well. Correct. So what you can do for that, you can create a container. Okay, so like div class container, and yeah, and inside that we'll have service. So percentage, um, what is include. Okay, and what is name, service or services dot html. So basically this what this include do. Okay, let me first remove this and paste this whole service code here. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Okay, like this. Okay, and let me run it. Okay, it will work. See, something came here, right? This came with that image and this ml demo, right? This came correct or not, right? But what happens if you write, keep on writing everything here? So this home.html become bulky, and at the end it will become messy, right? So that's where instead of doing these things. So keep individual components separate. Like there is a services section in your body, there is a navbar section, there is a footer. So keep all different section modular. Okay, so let me remove this from here and have this services.html. I'm including this services.html page here. It will have same things. Now let me refresh. It will be like this only. There won't be any, right? Just keep on refreshing. Correct. It will have same effect. But let me tell you why it is coming up, because we have used another one, right? Cardex. So let me see. Okay, what we have copied from here. So we have copied this one, perhaps, right? We need to copy this one so that they come as bottom. Okay. So let me replace that thing with this one. Okay, just a minute, guys. Services. Okay. Okay, and it will not take much time. Just a minute. We need to replace static images, and first one was mi, and this interview, right? And then second one was like ml demos, correct? So static images, and then ml. Okay, and then this was ml demos. Okay, and then static, okay, images, and then training. Okay, and then here you write ml training, and here ml demos. Yeah, done, right? And now let me see how it looking like. See, they came with all sync, right? Bottom, correct? And now suppose okay, this now as you want, so here like we don't have any header, like these are our services. Okay, we need to tell to the customer, okay, what are our services? Okay, so let me create that as well. Okay, so what you can do, for that one, we need to create some header for that, right or wrong? So for that we can include one more header. So what we can do, we can have like this, and div class. So this whole thing we will include inside one more card. So we are going to create a parent card. So div class card header. Okay, like this. And here maybe with h4 heading and with bold. Okay, we want to write our services. Correct or not? Okay. And then here we'll have a div class card body. Okay, and we'll place everything here. So you just cut everything from here and paste inside body. Okay, now let's see how it looking like. See guys, our services came, right? And nice looking. So that's how you can design the interface. That's right. So we have like, oh, I did mistake. Okay, our services, let me correct it. Okay, our services. Okay, so now this interface came. Okay, now we want to have some buttons here, some event basically. Okay, event. So what we can do, so we can have schedule event and ml demos. Here I'm going to show you the like regression prediction. Okay, so here I will show you some demos, and then here what are the trainings. So something, okay, some button we want to have here. So what we can do, so here like instead of that one, we can have some buttons. Okay, so we can have button. Okay, so like schedule. Okay, and type is equal to button. Okay, and for schedule we want to open a pop-up. Okay, so data toggle is equal to, so see what we want to have on schedule. We want to open a pop-up window, so which should have field to enter the basic detail, and it should ask us to submit, right? So that we want to design. So for that we want to open a model pop-up. Okay, so for that we want to write data target is equal to some id. Okay, has a schedule model. Okay, like this. And same way we want to create a button for this, like button type button Yeah, okay. And then here we want to have a ML, so demos basically. So here I am going to show you the demos, okay. And then here type is equal to button, okay. And on click, it should take us to the demo page, okay. So like demo slash models, demo models, okay. So it should okay, so we should have single quotes because we already have the double quotes. So from where this double quote is coming, this is not required, right? Okay, just a minute. Button demos. Um, okay, so on click we want to have a function basically. So here we want to go to a location, right? So window dot location, okay, dot href, okay, is equal to, and now we can have this, okay, slash demo models, okay. Yeah, now it will navigate to this page basically, okay. And now here we want to have another button, okay. Okay, so what we call like ML trainings, okay. So we want to explore, give a user to explore it further, okay. So that's where we created, and this is also type is equal to button, type is equal to button. And what do we want to give here? Also on click we want to go somewhere, right? So on click so you want to go to some page window dot location dot href is equal to where we want to go. We want to go like training pages, right? Running pages we want to go, or we want to open a pop-up window. So maybe here also we want to open a pop-up window, so we'll open like this, okay, where all trainings are there. So we don't need to go to a separate page, okay. So like training model, okay, like this we given. Now let me see how it got changed basically, okay. So here you see we have a buttons basically. So now there is no demo model as of now. We'll design it, okay. There is nothing, no model pop-up, there is no schedule, okay. So let's do that also. So we have created a button, but we have not given any styling. So let's give some styling. So btn hyphen info, okay. So let me copy this thing and paste it everywhere, okay, in all the buttons basically. Okay, so now you, and there was like this extra, right? So we need to delete it somewhere. Okay, this is here extra. Okay, so now if I refresh, so nice buttons will come. See, nice buttons are coming, right? But there is no event as of now. So we need to create a model pop-up. Okay, so suppose we want on click of this, one pop-up should appear, one pop-up window. Okay, so how it will appear? So for that, let me take you again to the Bootstrap, and here you go to model, right? And here if you go to model, and here you see, okay, so these are the model pop-ups. So how they work? So like if you click on this, so this model pop-up should appear, and here you can have different sections basically, okay. So for that, what you can do, so we need to have one schedule interview model pop-up, okay. So for that same code, and this thing you can copy, okay, whole thing. So not the button one, so button, so this data, so on which button we want to have this event. So that button we have already created this schedule button, right? On this button click, so like it should open the model pop-up whose id is this one, right? Id we have defined. So that's where you see here. So we want to copy this code only, okay. And then I want to create a one more html. So I can paste this here again, I'm telling you guys, okay, but I don't want to like make thing messy. I want to keep it reusable component separate, okay. So again I want to create one more html page, like schedule interview, schedule interviews dot html, okay. And here I will copy this whole thing, and then I will take the id from here, so that it will be linked, and I'll just give the id to this one, okay. And these things are not required, this thing you can just ignore, okay. Fine. So with this ID, it got linked, and now in that home.html, okay, I can include this thing as so services, and you come here and have this like schedule dot html. Okay, so that code exists here basically. Okay, this so what this include means, indirectly we are having that complete html code here. Okay, but to not make thing messy, okay, we have created separate components, and now what we are doing, we are basically including that within the next html pages. Okay, so that's what we are doing basically. Hmm. So now let's see what happens till now. If everything goes fine, okay. See here, so there is something schedule, schedule, interview.html, HTML, okay. I written 2 times, so it's giving me error. So let me just remove this. Okay, now let me again refresh it. Okay, there's some more error. So template not found, schedule interview.html, it is telling it is not found. So let me, okay, here it is interviews. Okay, so yeah, it's a spelling mistake. Okay, so these all things you need to take care. Rest thing will work. So see, now it again came, and now if you click here, so that model pop-up should appear. See, it is coming, right? If you click here, it is coming. But of course, there is nothing here in that model pop-up. You see here, there is nothing, no input for name entering, no input for email entering, no, nothing is there. Okay, so we can design that as well. Okay, so what you can do, so I have designed that one, so I can just what we can do. So in to go to schedule interviews and see here. So we have only model title, and then inside body there is blank. Correct. So that's where what we can do. We can write something here. So instead of these whole things, I can write something because I have already created all those things. So like the form. Okay. So the first name, the last name to enter. Okay. Email, technical background. So where you will get all these things, again I will take you to the this bootstrap. Okay, and here you go to form section. Okay, so you go to form section, and suppose you want to create a form with 2 input field like email address, password. Okay, and then submit. Then you have this code. Okay, other form control, like you want to have email address, example sample like this. Okay, like this. Okay, and then multiples and text areas you can have this. Okay, so basically what you want, you can copy individual items from the here. Basically, if you want to have only this password, you copy only this much, right? So we have check boxes, you can copy the checkbox code. You have radio buttons, you have like inlines, check boxes, inline radio, but inline means one line. Okay, like this you can have this. So that's where I copied these things, form group, and like here I made it first name, and then I made it last name like this. Okay, so if you go to my code, so here you see like we have a form inside model body. Okay, so we have first name, right? This one first name, then I have last name. Okay, then I have email, then I have technical background, right? Like and then I have final submit button. Okay, and then input, right? Okay, so let's see how it looks like. So here I already I have submit button, so I no need to have here, but let's keep it. Okay, let's see how it looks like. Okay, of course it will show you 2 times, but that's fine, we can delete it later. Okay, so now and click here. So see, it is coming like this. Okay, so like first name, last name, you can enter email, you can enter technical background, you can enter, and like this you can enter like, okay, these things. Okay, and because we have kept it text center, that's where it is coming as text center here, but it's up to you where you want to align. So you can remove the text center class and it will come like this left side. Okay, and then submit button. So we have two, we need to remove one, so we can remove one. Okay, so this we don't need. Okay, yeah, and here info, yeah, this is fine. So this all looks fine, and schedule info, and it will go here. So that's where, so we have this div here. Okay, and this uh, okay, so where we can, okay, where is our home? This is our home, and here we kept this thing, right? So home, so this home, this whole things, right, is coming inside content. So this content section, so this thing, okay, so everything will lie inside this one. Fine. So this becomes your that part. schedule interview. Okay, so this is fine. And now another thing what we want basically, so let's see what is left. So let me close this and let me go to our reference design. So we have something called demos here. Okay, so this will not come because it is not running, but we'll show. Okay, and then another thing is like we want to explore something here. Okay, so we want to have like expand and collapse boxes basically. So we'll see that as well. Fine, and this is our design. So we made it like this. If I refresh it again, so that two buttons will go. Okay, now we have only this much, right? Yeah. Now let's go to our we'll come to demos last one. Okay, let's go to our ML training because this we quickly finish. Okay, so because here we need to really see the demo. So let me go there and inside ML training. Okay, so now we have schedule interview component as well. Now we want to create one more component as a training. Okay, suppose you are providing some trainings. Okay, so what you can do, you can create one more HTML. So like trainings.html. Okay, like this, and inside that you can have some trainings basically. So what you want to have, you want to have different trainings. For that you want to have a expand collapse box. In the beginning I have showed, right? So what you can do, you can come here and go to again a bootstrap component, and here we have like collapse. Okay, so you can go to collapse, and here you'll see, okay, like see expand collapse box, right? Here it is coming and going. And even if you can do with this, correct? So like you can give one header to your training, like for example data science training, and under that here you can list, okay, what all topics are there in that training. Okay, so you can copy this thing there, and it will be done. So for same thing, like I have created training HTML page. Okay, so let me copy that one. Okay, so here you can copy. Okay, so what you can do here, so like see, so same model pop-up, I created a model pop-up. Okay, so till here everything remains same, that pop-up one. Okay, because on that button click, so see here on this button click, I want to open a pop-up similar to this one. Okay, so only the thing is like this body section we want to change, and here we want to display different trainings. Okay, so what we can do, so we have same model pop-up, and but instead of this id, so this we don't need, this you can just delete. Okay, and instead of this, so we can have that id, so whatever we have given in services section, so this training model, right, this is the id, so that it will link to that one. And go to trainings, and here you just write this one. Okay, so it got linked. And then here you see we have inside model body we have card, so you have again seen the card, right? So if I collapse, so we have different cards for different trainings. As many card you want to have, you can have. Okay, and then separate training. Okay, and then let me show you one card. Okay, so first one is like statistics for data science, some dummy I'm writing. Okay, 10 hours, 12 hours, anything you can write. Okay, and then inside that, what are the topics and days and topics, like you can create a table. Okay, and then inside that table I have already shown. Okay, so like what is the first topic, what is the second topic, all those things. Okay, like this. So but you have created a trainings.html, but you need to include this as well, right? Here, so same way I copy it here, so that instead of writing whole html here, I'm just making the individual component, so that none of your pages looks messy. So it's trainings.html, right? Okay, so see here, so many things we have inside our home. We have layout, so we have like a branding section, so we have services, then we have a schedule interview code, then we have trainings code. Okay, but it's looking very small, right? If you want to do some changes here, you can simply go here and do changes here, so that it is not affecting other module. Because when your code goes linear and you did some changes somewhere and you forget, okay, and you go line by line in 2000 lines of code, right? So that's where if you have modular design, then it's very easy to debug and find the errors basically. So once you start working, like you will realize these things. Okay, so I'm telling based on my experience, so this happens basically. Okay, so let me see what happens till now. Okay, let me refresh it and click here. See, it came here, right? So nice. Okay, and then this is our header. Okay, and then this is expandable, right? So like what all the things are inside visualization, so these are the things. And then what are the things inside machine learning, so these are the things. Okay, so if you provide these kind of training, so you can write all these things here, right? So nice look and feel GUI we have prepared. And So see, we have started just 11 o'clock, and every code I have written in front of you, right? So it just take this much time if you know from where you need to take the things and how to use them. Okay, so you can take help of Google and you can write code, and website designing is tuck 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 will happen. Okay, so these things we have seen. So like one more thing, I also how collapsing thing is coming. Okay, so let me do this. Okay, so in this statistics for data science, here I'm just clicking so that expand collapse is happening. Okay, so like just take this example. If I'm so this kind of some link, and if I'm clicking here, so this is expanding. Second time I'm clicking here, it is collapsing, then expanding, then collapsing, right? So some event is there, something is there in this one. Okay, so we'll go here and see. Inside that, again, I have data target, like, and given the ID similar like mod. Okay, model pop up. Okay, and then data toggles. Instead of model, here I'm giving the collapse because we want to have the collapse and expand functionality, right? And this ID, so you need to give so that complete whatever the data should appear once you expand, so that should be present inside a section, inside a panel or card, whose ID is this one. Okay, I have created again a card body whose ID is this one, and I've created a table, complete table inside this card, right? And this ID and this ID should be same, so that once you click on this one, it will expand this box. Okay, so this is the concept basically. And similarly, I have another card, and here I have Python for data science, and for that we have this ID py for ds, and these are the section I data which will like, open once you expand it. So right or wrong, so this is very simple, right? So this code you can copy, the dummy code you will easily get in here. Okay, and inside the body section you can have the table, which I have already shown in the beginning of the session, right? How to create a table, and that you can place it here, and then you will get simple. Okay, so so this we created, and okay, so now get in touch. If you go, so get in touch, it is navigating to contact, but we don't have any contact page, so let's see that also. Okay, how to design the contact page. So let me just create one contact.html, because these are the basic thing which should have in your website. Okay, so this contact got created outside, so let me delete it, because it should be inside your templates. So all HTML, so this is the basic structure of your Flask application. All HTML page should reside inside template. Of course, again, you can divide, you can have subfolders, and like a body folder, different services folder, and then you can have HTML code inside that one. And when you are including, you can define that path with slash slash. Okay, so that also you can do, but ultimately all HTML should go inside templates. Okay, so let me create a contact section. So contact.html. Okay, and we don't have anything in contact, so we need to like first we need to include it here so that it start appearing like we are creating it as a separate page. We are not having contact something which exists inside your home. No, we are creating separate page. Okay, so like home is one page, contact will be another page. Okay, so that's where inside contact you need to extend the, okay, first let not to extend, and let's see what happens, then we'll extend it again. Okay, so time being contact is blank. Okay, and I will go back to our uh, this bootstrap, and here from the forms I will take some basic contact. Do you see where forms? Yeah, here it is a form. Okay, and I will take simple basic contact form. Which one we can take? Let's scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, so we'll have some basic. Okay, so this is the some basic form. So like it has many fields. Okay, so let me copy this code. Okay, if you are familiar with HTML, then of course you'll understand also div we are creating a section and all those things. Okay, so and then just simply paste it here. Okay, contact.html, and now we are creating a different page. So for that page there should be a route, right? So till now we were working only on home, right? So now again we need to create a separate route. So app.route slash contact. Okay, Okay, and then diff contact. Okay, and then return and render template, and here you need to pass that HTML what you want to return, contact.html. Okay, so now so wherever we have defined in window dot like see here also, not here, where like in navbar, right? Here we have defined like in contact slash contact, right? So wherever you have defined href is equal to slash contact, now it will just go to this one. It will in your app.py, it will look for this. So this is your landing page. Okay, it's like entry point, and wherever we have defined only slash, this is the default one. Okay, so it will come to home. Fine. So here you can have a different name basically, but this is what something being looked in HTML. Okay, it will look for this, and then it will come to this page. Okay, and let's see what is happening. Okay, I have saved, and now let me go back. Okay, and let me refresh, and then if I click here, it will go to that contact. See, it is coming here. But now see here, it is coming in very, very basic HTML format, right? We don't have like any styling or anything because we have not included any CSS here, right? We don't have included any CSS. So that's where all CSS are lying in your layout.html. Now let me extend the layout here. So how we can extend? Using this one, extend, and you go to your contact and go at the top and like this. Okay, and then you need to close the okay, and then you need to have this block content also, right? So that because we are following the layout structure, right? So layout, everything whatever you write, everything comes inside content. So that above content this all should be there, and below content this all should be there, and whatever you write, it should come inside this one. So that's where you need to give this structuring basically, right? So we are defining a structure. We need to tell HTML like where it should go and sit, right? So like this, and then this should all be placed here. Okay, now you see here, if I run it again, so now there is no layout, right? There is no footer and there is no styling, right? And that we have defined in layout.html, correct? So that's the advantage of having a separate component, separate reusable component, separate layout. So layout we have made as a reusable component. So in any page we can reuse that one. We don't need to create, write all the code from the beginning. Okay, if I refresh, it will come. See how nicely it has came. The header came, this footer came by default, right? And of course this is coming. So this is coming because we have given that somewhere like text center. So let me remove that one. So where I have given text center, somewhere I have given um, where is a layout? So this, okay, so this is not required maybe. Okay, yeah, so because of that it was coming like this. Okay, and now it is a very like I mean attached to the very like left side. Okay, so what you can do, so for further styling you can have like one card on top of that div class card. Okay, and then div class card header, right? And inside that header you can write in h4 heading and in bold, so like get in touch, right? And then you can write your card body class is equal to card body. Okay, and then inside that body you can write your whole thing, cut and paste. Okay, so now we'll have proper styling. See, correct? It is coming in center, right or wrong? And then if you want to make this get in touch in center, so what you can do, like inside this header, you can write text center. Okay, so it may came in center, right? So if you click here, it will come here. If you are at home and you want to come here, it will come here, right? You fill all this detail and you submit. Okay, so this is sign up, so this you can make it submit. Okay, so guys, today I'm only telling you the front end design, user interface design. Okay, I'm not touching much the database side. I have only shown, okay, how to communicate from server side, like how that communication happen to and fro. Okay, so this is the server page, but I'm not storing anything in database. I have not created the database so that you can really schedule the interview, really do submit. Okay, that maybe I can show in next seminars, where I will be showing, okay, how to connect your application with database. Okay, and store data in database, because if you're filling this and you're submitting, then it should so get and saved some, like, let me save this. Okay, it should go after submit, it should go and save in some database, right? So that will take some time. So maybe in another session, seminar, I will show that part. Okay, but today I'm just focusing this one. Okay, so now again come back here, and if you go here and you get in touch, it will go here. See, everything complete cycle linking happen, right? So this is very nice, right? And now only the thing is left, like demo parts. In demo, like we are navigating to demo models, but our demo model is not existing, because if you see, if you come here and you see the services in demos, we have given this path demo models, but demo model doesn't exist. So let's create demo model. Okay, so let me create a file, demo/models.html. Okay, so hello, we are inside demo models, right? So now if I run this, it will give me the, okay, wait a second. Because we have not included demo model, it is a standalone application. We have to have some linking this, right? So for that one, because it is, we are creating this as a separate page. So like contact, so we need to create a linking, right? So this, we need to create a page. So here we need to have demo/models. Okay, and here we can write demo models. Okay, so this and this should not be same, but this should be same. Again, I'm telling whatever you have given the link here. Okay, so now I have created this route, and here it should return you demo/models.html. Okay, what, and now if I run it, okay, it will give us, just a minute. Yeah, see, we are inside demo models, right? We are inside demo model. And even if you can come from this page also, demo. What happened? Yeah, so from demo, if you click, you will directly navigate to this one, right? Now here we want to have some user input for our prediction. So in the last webinar, I have shown you like how to build the linear regression, right? So today I'm not going to show you how to build the linear regression model. I have saved that model, and I will be using same model to do the prediction, but how to take the user input, because in that session I have not covered much the Flask part. So today I'm covering the Flask part, how to design that user interface. Okay, so let me go there. Okay, so that what you can do, so we need to create some models, right? So basically how to take the input from user. Okay, so where is our demo model page? Okay, maybe, yeah, this one. Okay, so here instead of that one, you need to have some HTML, right? So this, so we'll have this one. Okay, so what we can do, so till now I have shown you, so you know, okay, if you are creating a separate page and you want to have a layout kind of thing, all those styling, header and everything, footer, everything, so we can extend this layout, and then we have to have a block content, so that everything we write that goes and reside inside this part, this. Okay, this is structure we are following. Okay, and now nothing, there is no linking with home. This is a separate page, contact is separate page, and demo model is separate page. Okay, so, and inside that, again, I'm having some container. Okay, so container is something like which limit the width. Okay, so like if you see here, if you go back here, so see here, so this our services is not full wide up to this browser length. Okay, so this is because of the container. If you remove this container, they will be wider. Let me show you this also. Okay, where is services? Okay, so these services are inside container. Okay, let me, for timing, remove this container. Okay, and let me show you the effect. If you run this, so this will see this become wider to whole page, but this is not looking something good, right? So that's where based on the need and how, when things will look more better, so that's where we have to use the classes. Okay, if you use the container, again, it will limit the width basically. See, And you can have something else here, maybe some more meaningful thing, right or wrong. Okay, so similar way, I'm going to our demo page. See here, so of course this will give some error because something is there. Okay, so we'll just see what is not there. Okay, so yeah, so now we have a separate page like demo models. Okay, so here let me first tell you how I have designed this one. Okay, so this is a container. Okay, and I want to have a margin, some margin from the top header. Okay, so I'm giving some 20 pixel, and then again inside that I'm designing the card, and then card header, text center. I'm just doing the regression analysis, predict house price. So this is something card heading I'm doing. Okay, and then we have card body. So let me align this. So what for aligning the syntax formatting, what you can do, control S, complete select, then control KF. Okay, so it aligned. Now you will see, okay, it is aligned. You see here. So like what comes inside what, all complete hierarchy you will see. Like we have a header, and then inside body you will have all these things. Okay, so we have card body, and we have created a row. Okay, so row, so we have divided in two columns basically. So one column and two column. So a row, basically in column we have by default 12 column. Okay, if you talk about Bootstrap, in 12 column we have divided two. So like column D 8 and 12, so like 4. 8 plus 4, 12. So you can have column D 1, 2, 3, anything. Okay, so we want two column, so I have divided in two section. Okay, in first section I will take user input, and another section I will show the output. So user input, so like we are going to predict the house price. So here we'll have a input forms which will have like crime in, okay, crimes related data input box. Okay, you will enter the crime value. Okay, what is the level of crime, what is the proportion of crime in that area. Okay, like journal in value. Okay, this I have talked about in our previous webinar. Okay, you can refer the YouTube video. And then industrial area. Okay, so this is normal HTML. So I hope you guys are familiar with this HTML. Okay, so this is fine. So these are the different HTML section. Okay, row. And then another column, I'm simply expecting the model output, like prediction result. Right, so whatever model will output, I am going to write it here. Okay, and then I have some progress bar. So like till the moment model is doing some processing, so I want to show some progress bar in the website. Okay, if our model is slow or model is bulkier, then it will take some time, right, in server side computation. So that's where we want to show some progress bar. So you can do progress bar. So for this also you can simply go to Bootstrap, and then Bootstrap progress bar. Okay, you can search, and you can have a different progress bar here. Okay, like this line kind of thing. Okay, this how much percentage, you can have different coloring, all those things, different striped one. Okay, like this animation will come, it will show like the something happening in progress. Okay, so this code you can simply copy and paste there. Okay, now coming back to this. Okay, so now once we do the submit, so this submit. Okay, so once user has filled all those detail and he want to submit, so some event should fire, right? So that's where on click I have written get result. So there you need to have a script section. Okay, so that's where the next thing I'm going to talk about, AJAX. Okay, so AJAX is something which comes from jQuery. Okay, so that's where we need to have this AJAX defined. Sorry. So in layout we have this jQuery. Okay, so this AJAX and all will come from here. So if I come again back here, and this is the syntax $.ajax. Okay, and how you get it here, so everything you should know. Okay, from Google how to take, that is important. Okay, so you search here jQuery AJAX request, you just search. Okay, you'll get the syntax for AJAX. Okay, so like this. Okay, so here we have $.ajax, and like except custom type, so this you can leave. Okay, so also this is not that good. Okay, so yeah, so this is the ajax, and here URL will, so this is the correct format. Okay, so like if based on our need. Okay, so like URL, so what URL you want to go. Okay, your battery is running low, just a minute. Okay, let me just give me 1 minute. Okay, let me plug in it. Okay, we plug in the battery. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to you guys, right? Just anybody can give me confirmation. Guys, anybody, my screen is visible, right? Okay, okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, so now see here. So this is the syntax. Okay, so URL is like something like where we want to navigate. Okay, and then we want to pass some data. So they are showing like step by step. First, they have shown some URL and context document dot body, and on done like they want to add some class basically. Okay, so likewise we have different AJAX. Like here they want to display some status code. Okay, all these things. So basically you can, if you scroll down, okay, so you have a different, like if before performing some event you want to again do some operations like this. Okay, so from here you can take the code, but what I want to show here it like see here, so we have inside that function, so whatever function is being called from here, where is submit, like this. Okay, on click, so on click it will land to this JavaScript function. Okay, and progress bar dot model, here I have started the progress bar, so that the moment it is doing the processing, it will show the progress bar, so that user can wait, he can get to know, okay, something's happening. And then our type is post, because we want to post that whole data. And then inside URL I have given the URL, so this URL for it will create a URL. Okay, and that get response linear regression. So this should be the method which should be defined here in app.py, which is not defined as of now. Okay, so this is something which we will define in a moment. Okay, and okay, where I was, demo model, just a minute. Yeah, this one. Okay, so this is the method I'm going to define. And then input form, so this will be the ID of input form. If you just do the search here, you'll get, okay, so form ID, so this, so that all the data inside this form, it will get serialized means it will convert it into string format, and it will be passed to that method. Okay, and then this on success, so it will return some data. Okay, so that model prediction I'm going to return, and then that you will display on the result. So this is the ID of this box where I want to show the result. So here, okay, in this paragraph, so this is the ID. So at the end here, the result will be displayed. Okay, so that's what we want to do. And then complete. So after this, everything gets completed, we want to hide the progress bar. Okay, so this is about AJAX, and now we need to define this function, right? This function inside this app.py. Okay, so I will copy this code from my previous demo. Okay, so here I have, just a minute. If I go to app.py, okay, so here. So this is the code. Okay, I will explain these things. Okay, so in app.py, so like you need to create a route. So this is, see, so now this is more specific to your machine learning basically. So we are going to create an endpoint, an API for your machine learning. Okay, so this app.root creates the API basically, and this is the method, and this you can leave. I just used for debugging purpose. And this from that form, that crime data will come and get stored in crime, journal data will come and get stored in JDN. Okay, so what this is denoting, okay, if you go inside your form, then here you will see, okay, in the beginning of the form. Okay, so for each label, okay, for this the label crime, we have this input box. Okay, and here you will enter the data, and we have given the name as crime. Okay, so this is something. Okay, every input box will have name. Okay, with this name we get the input here. Okay, so whatever you will input in the front end, and it will get stored here. Okay, and then I'm just converting this to a list. So I created a list here. Okay, and then in this location I have stored this model. Okay, prediction model, which I have already shown you in the last session. Okay, so guys, if you are not attended, just go through my YouTube channel. Okay, there it is placed. So how to save this. Okay, and now I am with open, I am just loading this file pickle.load. See, pickle is it is giving you some error because pickle we have not installed in this model. So let me stop this app using control C. It will stop, and we need to install this pickle. So we'll do pip install pickle. Okay, so let me install it. So once it is installed, so we need to import that pickle here. IMPORT PICKLE. Okay, you can import it. Okay, so what it is telling, Wait a second. Okay, so we need to okay, go to this. So now web design. So we need to activate the environment. Just a minute. So what was the name of the environment? Live web design demo, right? Script activate. Okay, then pip install. Okay, what is happening? Okay, so maybe it is already installed, so that's where it is giving some version conflict. Okay, so that's where when I imported is telling, okay, it is like it is not given any error. Okay, so let me see. Okay, if it is not getting it, then I will just see what is happening. Okay, but see here, after importing, it has resolved the error. Okay, because it is already available. Okay, so then this is that thing, and then whatever the prediction it has returned, okay, pickle.model.predict, so it is like returning some string. Okay, and then that string I'm returning with our return statement. And then if you go here, like in this demo here, so this success, so that prediction will come in and get stored in this data, and that's what you can just paste there. Okay, so now let me run this whole application and see what happens. Okay, so python app.py. Okay, so this is again running, so this is anyway here, so let me refresh it. Okay, so what is happening? So get response linear, did you mean contact? Okay, so it is telling, okay, it is not able to find this get response linear regression. Okay, so let's resolve this. Okay, so what is happening basically? Because see, we have not saved this, so this white color bubble, okay, it is telling you have not saved this code. Let me save this. Okay, and then if we do again, then it should find it basically. See, it got it right. So you need to know, okay, how to resolve this error. Okay, so if we are at home, so we have seen this scheduler. Okay, what happened to this? Have we done something? Okay, so anyway, we'll just check. Okay, what is happening? Okay, just a minute, just a minute. Okay, so let me see the service block. Have I done something? Okay, okay, live web design demo. Okay, so yeah, so this is also not saved. And in services, so this is fine. So now let me stop it again. Okay, so Python app.py. Okay, yeah, so this is okay. And if I yeah, it is coming. Okay, because what is happening, this footer, this is getting overlapped. If you see, there is some shadow here. Okay, so what we can do here is to avoid that scenario, we can go to home, and this is the card, so this is anyway we don't need. Okay, okay, so this is that one. Okay, model content. So maybe what we can do, so this, right, this container we can place here. Oh no, no, that is not required. Okay, so what we can do is from here we can do something like a margin bottom, and we can give 5. Okay, so margin bottom 5. So see here, it is overlapping, and let me refresh it. So it has given us some space. Okay, so maybe we have to define our own STYL style margin bottom. Okay, some 30 pixel maybe. Okay, and let me see how it is looking like. See, it came little up, right? So we need little bit more, right? So maybe we can define some 60, right? So it came little bit. Okay, so now that you can define. Okay, that's fine, that's not important. But see here, so like this is working. Okay, and this demo, this is also started working. We will come here again, and this is also working. Okay, this everything, and this is also working, everything's working. Okay, so now you go back, and coming to this is something we were designing. Okay, so now see here, we have given card header as this one, and we have divided this whole row into two sections. That is, first section as like this house price input data, and then second section like this. Okay, prediction. Now let me input something like 2 and 0.05 and then something maybe 0.256, some random. Okay, let me have all this zero and then submit. Okay, what happens and whether it will give us the result or not. What is happening here? Something is happening. Just a minute. Okay, so it could be any error. Okay, so let's do F12. Okay, so using F12, you can just see, inspect it. Okay, so what is the error? So it is telling $.ajax is not a function. So basically, $.ajax is not defined. Okay, so we need to include the correct version of jQuery. Okay, so whatever we have included here, so that is not sufficient. Okay, so this one. So this the boards which is coming from Bootstrap, so this is not required. Okay, so so you need to include something else. Okay, so what you can do, so you can go to your layout. Okay, so here I have something different. Okay, so this you can get it from Google. Okay, so this I will just include instead of this. Okay, so this, see guys, this you can get it easily in Google. So like, see, I will show you. Okay, so jQuery CDN. Okay, link. So you just go here and okay, even in get started W3 school also you can get it. Okay, so you just go it here and CDN. Okay, so this is what I have used 3.5.1. Okay, you just take it here and include in your application. Okay, and now I have included it here. Now let me save it and then go back again there and just do the refresh, and I just let me pass some values. Okay, 0.56 maybe 0.23, some random value I'm giving. Okay, and do submit and then see. Okay, it is giving you some internal server error. Okay, so get response linear regression, some error it is giving. Okay, in that method. So let's see what error is coming. Okay, so like no module named sklearn, so we have not installed sklearn. Okay, because for model it is required. So let's install sklearn. Pip install sklearn. Okay, so let it install. It is installing, right? See, so that's where like while building you will get many errors. So you should know, okay, what that error is telling, how to resolve. So that will come slowly by experience. So don't get worry about that one. But important is like to understand what that error is telling. Then you have Google. Okay, you can just explore that one. Okay, so it is installing all those things. Because here this model, this prediction, okay, this predict will come from sklearn. So that's where your sklearn should be available there. Okay, so let it install. Just 20 more seconds. Well, it will just get finished. So hold on. uh, okay, yes. Okay, yeah, done. Okay, it is done. So now let me run the application again, python app.py. Okay, and let me go there. Let me do the refresh. Okay, and let me enter those values again. Okay, so some 0.23 maybe, some 0.2, some random value, 2, then 3, something. Okay, and just to submit. Okay, so now it is not giving me any error. See, something is happening. Okay, let's wait. Yes. Okay, so now again it is giving some error, it seems. Okay, now it ran. Okay, so now you see here our prediction came here, right? And now it is 62, and now suppose we are giving some more values, 2.3 again. Okay, and you do it again, so it will get changed. Okay, if so, not much change was there with respect to that, maybe 0.03 and 2.7 and maybe some one something. Okay, and let's state some 3, submit, see 57, right? So like this your prediction or results are here, right? And this you can use. So this becomes your API. So see here, this 127.0.0.1, so with 5000 port, so this is running locally. Once you deploy in some cloud, so you will get some URL here. If you replace that URL with this, so this whole becomes your endpoint URL, right? And if you just copy this, and I am just opening new browser, and that's it. Okay, and see, it is running, right? So this becomes your API endpoint, and that is what you expose to your end user customers basically, and they will just fill this data, and then they will get the prediction. Okay, so guys, this is all about your today's webinar on web designing and creating the end point for your model prediction. So I hope you liked it, and I'm open for any question. If you have any question, then feel free to ask me. Okay, so one more request, you guys. So if you guys have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, then please go there and subscribe. So you will get all those videos and everything here. Okay, so just subscribe this.